Hi, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw the Queen of all Cosmos from KATAMARI DAMACY that I play on Nintendo Switch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first, and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. For those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. I said tart off. I'm going to tart like a tart that you eat. Anyway, yeah, silly. So, just let me do a stick figure real fast. For myself, this is totally 100% for myself, so I know you can't see this. It's not for you. But I need to do, I know it sounds silly about doing proportions when it's just a gigantic dress, right? But I need to make sure that it fits right. That she stands right, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so in doing so, I have to just double check with proportions. Especially when I'm trying to position her a certain way that I want it to look like a person standing there, not I don't want it to look too awkward. I was about to say I don't want it to look awkward, but I'm saying this about a character that has a giant pill head. So how awkward can I mean, I can't complain too much is what I'm trying to say. You have a giant pill for a head, lady. Right, and also, I've talked about this before, I am making it look like a person wearing this costume. So I'm like a cosplay person, really, because that's usually what I say I'm drawing. I'm good at drawing people in costumes, but not... I'm good at drawing people in costumes in this amount of time. I always catch myself when I say I'm not good at drawing likenesses. Oh, I can. I just don't have time to. I'm trying to get you in and out of here within roughly 30 minutes, and it's almost impossible to do in roughly 30 minutes. I don't know why I'm trying to rephrase that. It takes me 30 minutes, and I'm trying to get you in and out, and that's almost impossible for me to do. Probably not impossible to do. I'm sure someone out there can do it. It's impossible for me to do within 30 minutes. Because the reason I correct myself is because somewhere somebody is going to go, look, and either send me a link or post to someone who can, or, you know, I don't know what the world's fascination is with proving people wrong. So if I were to say like it's impossible to do, for some strange reason, someone out there is going to feel the need to show me that I'm wrong and that it can be done, when all I'm just trying to do is just give you some happiness. You know what I mean? Now, granted, right now I'm talking about something that doesn't exist, so, you know, it's not like someone is doing it, so I shouldn't be complaining, right? That's the big thing, is don't complain about things that don't exist. You're just making it up, you're just slowing yourself down. think that might work. Let me draw a face real fast. See if I can give her a smile. The problem is it's going to be so small that it's going to be hard to give a lot of detail. So I'll see what I can do. But that might be it for the sketch. I know I'm getting quiet just because I'm concentrating, but I think that's good for this. Oh, I gotta draw this hand. So I had an idea for the hand. Let's see if I can pull this off. Again, it's different and an idea I wanted to try, but it's also dynamic and just different. That's all I can say. You'll see in a second. So the problem is, I want to add a whole bunch of detail to explain it, right? But it's almost like I can't. Because it's a glove. Well, let's try it. Let's see if we can pull that off. I like that. Ooh, I'm a little off here. There. And that one there. I had her kind of slanted off to a little bit. We'll just put the feet, little tootsies down hanging off out of the end like that. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, let's do that. So let me erase some of this sketch, because what I usually say is I want the detail and the confidence lines, but not the sketch lines. And what I normally do is when I'm first throwing everything down, those are sketch lines. Those are me just putting the lines down, just trying to get the placement, trying to figure it out. And as I'm more confident with the placement and the position and the proportions, I press harder, and those are confidence lines. So when I lightly erase like this, the sketch disappears really easily. The confidence line takes more pressure. I'm not applying enough pressure to release, or to erase, sorry. And that's what I'm going to use to guide myself. And if you use that in life, get rid of your confidence, get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, you will go far in life and do many amazing things. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pencil fires in the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more Nintendo Switch games or things I play, just check out that playlist right there, or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many different things. I might have already drawn what you're looking for. So give me a shout and let me know if you don't see something in the list, but otherwise check those lists out and let's get going. I've got her looking right at you, so the eyes are just going to be dead center like this. So I'm going to draw the lids like this. I guess I do have her head tilted slightly, following the big gigantic pill thing. So I'm putting them just slightly turned like that. So now I'm going to draw the retina, the color part, like this. And I'm going to hit the middle just a little bit for the pupil. It's going to bleed if I'm not careful. That's why I'm just trying to just dab it just a little bit. Okay, for the bottom of the eye, I'm just going to come in a little bit like that to imply the bottom. If I draw it, it's going to bleed. So I'm just going to do it with color and imply with it right now. So I will give her like a little bit of an eyelash. I used to say it was a cat eye, but I realized that, well, it's thick on top, so it's basically an eyelash line. That's what I'm doing. And again, I have to be careful because these Sharpies will bleed. That'll work. That'll work right there. Let's see. I do have some hair falling over just a little bit, and it might fall over her bangs. So let's just draw the nose down here, and then we'll come back up there and figure that out. Now I want to draw the bridge and all that stuff, but I'm going to do that with color. If I try to do it with this Sharpie, it's going to stand out. So I'm just going to keep it subtle for right now. Okay, I've got a little smile on her like this. And again, it's so small, I'm going to try to draw the lips, but we're going to see what happens. It may just be a solid black here. And you can see a little bit. I'll draw the bottom lip a little bit bigger. It gives me more room. And that'll work. Okay? So I'm going to draw her chin right here. And then work my way back up to her neck. Her jaw. Like that, and then it's going to kind of disappear back behind that square line, right? And I say right like it makes sense, but I'm just kind of telling you more than asking you, because I had to make some artistic decisions with the way that square thing is on our head. All right, so you can see some hair coming out of it, so I'm going to go ahead and just draw like some bangs, like this. Okay, and again, it's a gigantic square, so we're going to kind of build off of like, well, this is kind of coming out of there. And so now I've got edges. Well, let me finish up the hair. I was going to say now I can do the the eyebrows. Let me go ahead and finish this up before I start adding more crazy lines. Okay, so now let's give her some eyebrows. And so see, I wanted to do the hair first so I don't accidentally draw through it, so I can make it look like it stops. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea of what I was going for. Okay, so again, she's in this weird square head. So let's say it's back here like this, coming down this way. Right? Same thing back there. Down this way. And closing off here. And I want it at her chin. So let's say it's like this. Okay? So that means it's going to be further than that line that I had edged there, that I put there. I didn't let that dictate where my line was going to be. So in other words, I didn't draw up to it. You know, don't let your past dictate your future. You control. You are the artist. You are the one who's making the decisions. There we go. Awesome. Now she does have some kind of like, I want to say crown, but it looks just like coins on her head. I don't know. It's kind of strange. I do see it goes up, so let me just continue the line here. Almost like a frame around her head. That'll also help us like make a few line decisions here. Like, that's more twisted than I had the pill in the first place, so it is going to turn the head a little bit more, but again, that's going to help me decide how I want to turn it. So I'm going to go ahead and just make that it's called an executive decision to say, well, the pill's turned just a little bit. So I did this with, oh, you know what? I got to draw her hand first. Oof. Okay. So here's the thing. I have her hand in front of the pill. And let's just do it. Let's just draw the pill. I keep calling it a pill because that's what it looks like to me. I'm going to use a ruler. So if you want to go get one, go grab one and press pause, and we'll wait for you to go do that. All right, nice to see you back. It's great. It's great when you guys press pause because we don't stop. Okay, so I'm kind of going by, if the line's like this, Maybe I should do the bottom one first, because that's super angled now. I think I can get away with turning it just a little bit like that. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start drawing according to my sketch here. Awesome. Okay, so that means I want this a little bit lower down this way, but you see look how thick that was. I gotta pick it up a lot faster. But see how I'm saying it's gonna go through that hand, so I gotta be a little more careful as to where I start and stop. So I'm just gonna do this for now, then I'll continue on the hand once I define that edge. Like that. So same thing, I got close to where my hand sketch is, and then I'll just redo the rest. Now, for this part, I'm just gonna curve it by hand. I'm not worried about trying to get it perfect, and it might need to come out a little bit further. So let me do this. And come up to that. Down and come down to this. And connect them. And see, it's not perfect, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. Again, see, it came out a lot thicker, but you know, that's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. When I'm moving so fast, it doesn't bleed. When I go slower, it bleeds. So you kind of get that imperfection, and that's okay. I can either go in and retouch it up like this, or I can live with it. No big deal. So she's got the little coins on her head. I don't know if that's a crown. What do you think it is? Something like that. There is color on the inside, so I'll let color take care of that. I'm not going to worry about hitting that on the inside. I do want to make it touch, though. Okay. So, this is over her shirt, but her hand is over the pill, or the edge. So, I've got her shoulder coming out like this, and she's got puffy sleeves, so I'm going to kind of do something like this for her shoulders. Right? And come down here for her breasts. And they are rather large in the picture, so, or on the character, so I'm gonna draw them a little larger here too. And you know what? That's how it is in life sometimes. You know, sometimes people overdo it and they draw them way too big. So I try to keep them more normal looking. Sorry, that's a horrible word to say. I try to keep them more average looking, right? But sometimes they're bigger than average. It's the same thing as sometimes they're smaller than average, you know? So I'm keeping it simple. I'll show you her waist. But I'm following the character's looks. Okay, her waist up to her breast here. Okay, and so the same thing, we're going to draw the sleeve kind of puffing up, but the same thing, it's behind that hand, so I can only go so far, and then I can draw the arm. So now, I'm coming up to the arm, there's the elbow, she's wearing gloves up to the wrist. Okay. And I'll define that sleeve in a second. Again, I want to finish the hand before I go too far. So I've got it kind of up doing one of these. It's kind of hard to show you, so it's kind of something like that. So, here's the back of the hand. The pinky's up like this. The next fingers are just kind of going out as well. So, the ring finger, kind of behind that. The middle finger is behind that. We're going to stick the index finger a little bit further out just to separate it from the rest, and then draw the thumb. Okay, so now I'm going to try to define a little bit of this. Again, it gets a little messy with fingers like that, so sometimes I try to fit in these lines, sometimes it's almost impossible. Okay, and now I can connect these lines. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not worried about if it's straight or using a ruler. But see, because I stopped, I didn't draw through the hand. And I can kind of continue adding some creases onto her her sleeves here, because there are big poofy sleeves. But you can only see so much of that poof because of the angle of her arm. But there, I like that. Now she does have like a pattern too, so let me draw real fast with this smaller one. The flower pattern, I guess, is what it is. Awesome. Okay, this arm is out. Oh, let me do this before I forget. We're almost done. This arm is out, so I'm going to draw the shoulders here down to the bicep, to the forearm, and again, she's wearing a glove. So the back to the elbow, forearm, like this. And this hand I have kind of doing like this. So almost like this, but she's basically doing this, and it's kind of tilted back. So we're trying for something a little different. So let's see what we can do. So the thumb's going to be up like this. The fingers are curled over. And then the pinky is going to be up. So that brings the hand down in here. That. Now again, if we had more time, I could draw this properly and whatnot, but I'm just trying to get you to do something a little different. With what we have. Like, it's hard to draw with these Sharpies, but I'm trying to get you to use what you have lying around the house. You know, you don't have to go buy big supplies or expensive supplies, but if you do, great. If not, just grab what you got, you know? There we go. Okay, and the rest is just a dress. You know it. You know how simple this is. I've sketched it out. I'm a puller more than I am a pusher, so I'm going to pull like this rather than go like that. So I know my spot where I want it to go, so I'm just going to bring it up. Ooh, look at it. I'm not even pulling at all. I'm using my wrist. Okay, and I'm going to pull down this way, trying to follow that same arc. Something like that. Now there's a straight across. I'll try to wave it a little bit to show like it's a dress, you know. Plus it would help not trying to draw a straight line with just my hand, you know. Kind of like there. You know, it's easier with something straight, but I don't want this straight across. I kind of want it, like I said, kind of like a dress, kind of flowing a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to draw her feet. Her feet are just kind of poking out. That's all you can really see. It looks kind of strange, a little Mario, you know, a little odd, but that's what we can do. So it's going back that way, so you can just see the point of it like that. I'll try to point that out a little more. Okay, there you go. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is the queen of all cosmos, KATAMARI DAMACY.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.